just got to get myself used to towing again.
So how do you say it's getting off so far?
An hour late, so I guess that's pretty standard. It's July 5th at, oh golly, 11 o'clock at least.
It's after 11 now.
Okay, well, whatever. Just have to say this. When we were getting ready to go, there wasn't a dry towel in the house. So we had to do laundry until 1 o'clock in the morning.
You know what?
What?
I love you today.
You do?
Yes. I'm looking forward to our second honeymoon.
Yep.
Anything else you want to say before I click off?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Cross your fingers.
Hi, dear.
Hi, dear.
Are the fenders out still?
Fenders are still out, so we're looking real klutzy right now.
Okay, but we're leaving Washington Park, so I had to get this on tape.
You had to get this.
We made it all the way up here once again.
Yep, we sure did.
There it is again. The San Juans. Right over there.
Now we don't look near so klutzy. Did you get the bow line, dear?
Yep.
Okay.
Straight there to Blind Island Bay. Here we come. Woohoo!
As with all couples, misunderstandings are born of difficulties. It's hard to hear, and raising our voices guarantees trouble.
Right there, dear.
We had no chart out or compass, and we're relying on our aging memories to guide us there. And our adult behaviors.
That's the San Juan Channel, the Friday Harbor. This is Shaw Island right here. We want to go behind it because Blind Island's around on the backside.
I'm going to have to spend a little time looking at the charts and reminding myself, because, you know, why didn't we just come straight through there then?
Because we would have had to go a lot farther north and come back down. Have we used up all our arguments for today?
What's that?
Have we used up all of our arguments for today?
No.
Oh dear.
And you know what I'm talking about. You stop that.
Well, I guess I'm just going to have to enjoy a beautiful sunset.
Are we arguing, dear?
The GPS kept showing us getting further away, but hey, it's a machine. I don't know what's wrong with it.
And it's a rainy day. Kind of a gloomy day.
Yep. This little thing right here broke, and we didn't get to use the stove. And Mom can't have her coffee, and she's a real bear cub.
I am not.
I am not. So there you are. That's our first disaster of the trip.
But we had a nice dinner anyways. We're in the San Juans and Blind Island Bay, headed to Friday Harbor for our next leg of the journey.
Yep.
This will be the first time we stayed in Blind Island Bay where we haven't done any crabbing.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
It's probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're sitting in a little bay outside of Salt Spring Island, along the side of Salt Spring Island. We're trying to catch some crabs for
Yeah,
our dinner tonight. All we need are 2.
and we had 5, but they were little babies. Ooh, talk to me about yesterday, dear.
Oh man, that was something. We left Friday Harbor at about 3:15, and there was this 10 to 20 knot wind, gusts up to 20 probably, and we had the reefed, the main reefed down, and about 30% jib, and we took off like a shot, a one tack shot all the way to Bedwell Harbor.
Which was, what was that, 17.2 miles.
But all you had to do was just adjust the sails every now and then as to putting the jib in and out. Or
That's
not.
all I had to do.
That's all you had to do. And I was doing the steering.
Yeah, it did pretty good. It was, it only was heeled maybe 5 or 10 degrees, and we were at whole speed most of the day.
And I learned something about vector forces yesterday.
Ah,
Yep, I know what that means now. And I know how to interpret when the GPS says one thing and the compass says another.
Great. Well, it is the first day of our 10th year, dear.
Yes, it is. And here we are sitting on our boat in Ganges Harbor on Salt Spring Island. Not much to see, it's just another harbor. And it's a pretty nice day. We're gonna go shopping today.
And they're hanging on the hook. There we go. It's first day of our 10th year and we're hanging on the hook.
It's our anniversary.
Don's puttering with the boat and Lynn is reading the book. Is that good?
Yeah. The first time we're better.
Everyone's a critic.
Where are we headed?
Susha, to meet Tom. He's got a brother in and it's raining like hell.
We spent the night at Susha,
Tom, you're on a boat.
but left the following morning before Tom arrived. Since the Canadian marinas had no potable water, Lynn and I headed for Roach Harbor to replenish our supply. We spent a couple hours restocking, get showered, and have a wonderful sail to Stewart Island. There we meet Tom and Hannah. The next morning, we go for a beautiful hike up to a schoolhouse and buy some t-shirts for everyone back home. Lynn didn't get any for herself because she spent $100 on a monster plate when we were at Ganges. It must have been roads like these that inspired Tolkien.
We just came out of there. That's Reed Harbor
That was
on Stewart Island.
beautiful. So beautiful. Awesome. Can't wait to go back.
Hi there. We're sailing again.
That's me getting up on the rail. Look how the mast straightens up.
We sailed into Reed Harbor all the way up to Tom's boat last evening. So gracefully past all the other moored boats in the harbor. Now we are having a gorgeous day. There's blue skies, no rain clouds in sight. We're headed out toward the Harrow Strait. Maybe we'll see some whales. And we'll wind up at Bedwell Harbor again in Canada tonight. God willing. There's kelp.
Note to myself, convenient ship-to-ship communication would make a better trip.
Something about whales.
What'd he say?
You're sailing the sailboat again, dear.
Yeah, I get to steer. Notice? Yes. Actually, we've been having a great sail today. It's been just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
And I just was gracious enough to hand over this helm to my honey. Helm to my honey.
Helm to you.
Because I love you so.
Yep. Tom's boat handled pretty well. The Otter's pretty tender, and I have to man the helm 100% of the time. Tom could set the autopilot, go below, get something to drink, maybe go to the bathroom. All the modern conveniences. We check in with the usual phone call to customs. Getting out of the U.S. is easy. It's getting back in that's difficult. Poets Cove is a new facility, only open for a couple of months. So new, in fact, they're still completing the work. Jackhammers started up at 8 a.m., reminding us that the whole world does not go on vacation when we do. After a while, Jeff and Sue arrive with Chris and Sharon. And we celebrate Jeff and Sharon's birthday. Jeff's boat is taken on water. It's determined later that his ship cable boot is torn. He tried having fun at his dinner, but despite being his birthday, he was bummed. Understandably, he didn't sleep well. We didn't know it then, but his vacation was over. It's the 12th. We just sailed out of Bedwell, and we're looking at Tom here on the upwind side of us. We're heading up towards Montague. Yeah, South Bender. There we go. Thanks, dear. Our Burgee keeps changing on us.
We got a reef in. I'm bleeding the top of the sail off, although it's not stalling.
That's it. We need to buy a steady can. Oh, I saw it. Oh my gosh. That was cool. I actually got those guys, I think.
Oh my God.
Did you get him?
Yes, I did. We're sailing right along with them.
Yes.
They're right along with us.
Loved it.
This is awesome. Awesome. There he goes.
Oh, yeah. What could be better? Serendipitous for sure.
Not quite like at SeaWorld.
Oh, want to tack back? Okay, get ready to tack, dear.
All right. Are we? I gotta turn this off. Is it
Yep.
cool or is it cool?
It's cool!
Got the video here. She's got video.
So, how romantic are we supposed to be?
I wish we had reverse video.
Video of YouTube, I think video of us. Turn off the camera.
Come, what a great day you had.
It was a great day. We sailed and saw whales and sailed some more.
And it was good wind.
And it was good wind.
It was sunny and beautiful.
Beautiful. I got sunburned.
And we're in a beautiful harbor. I'm
Hey,
surprised
what's that? What's smoking? Smoke! What's smoking? Smoke!
Look at this sunset, Don.
Yeah. I'll get to that.
It's picture perfect.
Yeah, I'll say.
We went above the 49th parallel today. It just keeps getting warmer the further north we go. The girls wanted to go for a swim, but the bay was filled with tens of thousands of little jellyfish. The following morning, there wasn't a breath of wind, so Lynn taught Tom and Hannah cribbage, and we waited on the current. The wind never arrived, so we got underway motoring. We got chased up the channel by a funnel cloud. And after we docked at Silva Bay, we heard a tornado had touched down a few days earlier. You know, words and video just don't do this experience justice. Between the whales and the dolls' porpoises, and the weather, Mother Nature has overwhelmed us.
A little while. These guys are having so much fun playing with their sailboats.
Yeah, I'll say. Like they're sailing deprived. This is the Nomadis. It's a 72-foot sailing yacht. They're out on a 4-year float plan. They've been out about a year now, going around the world. Blue water sailing. Something that Lynn and I will never be able to do.
This has been real. Been fun.
Here's Mr. Tom. He's running around the deck. This is departure day. We're all just a little sad. It's coming to an end.
And a wee bit apprehensive.
A wee bit.
Wee bit.
Thinking that the seas might be too much.
No, that won't be too much. It's just, I've never been out there before.
And there they go. Bye, guys. Have a nice sail.
They have been a pleasure to sail with. Tom is very confident, and he makes me feel more secure in my travels. Anna is such a sweetie. One of the most good-natured people I've ever met. A lot of pictures of her had little sun sparkles all around her, like fairy dust.
Just to head into the morning sun.
Bound for the Strait of Georgia. Winds are predicted to be 20 to 25 knots today. I'm a little apprehensive myself. We followed Tom and Hannah out into the strait a couple hours later. Trying to head south into a wind coming straight on the nose. Seas built up to 6 feet or more, and our little boat got tossed pretty good. Lynn's comment was, "This is no longer fun." And then we went in through the Porlier Pass and headed down to Montague Bay to wait out the windstorm. Tom and Hannah just took it in stride. As this map of our GPS plot shows, Point Roberts is 22 miles away. It took Tom and Hannah 15 hours to get there, logging 95 miles. There were a few boats out there with us.
You don't normally see that many MacGregors in one spot.
Now that we're leaving Friday Harbor, goodbye Friday Harbor, and going home, we see 2 MacGregors. How many things have gone wrong?
Well, let's see. First, the lighter didn't work, so you couldn't have coffee your first day. And then the propane system went haywire because the solenoid went bad. But we got around those 2 problems. And then the water pump went out for the water system, but we switched over to our manual pump, so we got around that problem. But then last night the motor went haywire, and there's no getting around the problem.
Well,
So we're headed for the barn.
it's a beautiful day.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better day.
No, it's pretty nice out here in the San Juan Channel.
Well, I'm gonna throttle up.
And there's where we're going. Okay. Look at all the little birdies sitting on the top of it.
As we leave the islands behind, I am realizing that despite the failures, the boat has sailed really well, and we have proved once again that it can take a lot more than we can. You can also live your vacation, or you can film it. It's really difficult to do both. In the end, my thoughts cannot escape the beauty of this place and the joy of sharing it with Lynn. The sun sets, each one painted by the hand of God. I can hardly wait to come back here again.